Okay, join manager Luke Garrard before we welcome Bromley for our Remembrance Day game tomorrow afternoon. Luke, I know you probably don't want to touch on Saturday, but how have you recovered from that almost shock result, and how have the boys responded this week?
Hurting at the start of the week, I'm not going to lie. See the draw on Sunday, hurting, getting a big side in Reading at home. But as a manager, you've got to park it as quick as possible. We come in on Monday, we addressed it because I felt that the goals we conceded were most definitely something we could have improved on. And then from Monday onwards, the focus turned to heavily towards Bromley. And for me, look, how do we get over Eastleigh and that result? By putting on a performance and getting a result tomorrow against Bromley.
Yeah, obviously we missed a couple of players. Angelo wasn't playing on Saturday, and also Payne came off injured at half time. Can you just give us an update on those two players?
Haven't seen them all week, unfortunately. Most likely won't be with them tomorrow, which is unfortunate because obviously you lose your skipper in Payne at half time, and he wants to come out, but he's got an issue with his knee, and then you lose Angelo Blanta the Thursday before Eastleigh, and unfortunately hasn't been able to pass the fitness test to even get onto the grass to return to training, let alone to play. So, frustrating, but it gives an opportunity to someone else to come in and earn a shirt and warrant getting a start the week after.
Obviously, Luke, prior to the Eastleigh result, you said there'd been a shift in the team. Have you had time to assess and see what actually went wrong with the game on Saturday?
Clinicality, I have to say, on their part. 7 shots, 5 goals. Jules won all over the park. The thing that I said was, before the Dagenham game, I see that there was a sea change in us and there was a little bit more confidence. There was probably people towards their ceiling in terms of returning to sort of match fitness. And I felt that we showed that again against Southend. We had an unbelievable week leading up to Eastleigh. There was a real good buzz about it. So to put, as you suggest, my finger on it, I can't. That was the biggest frustration, is I didn't see it coming. And I write that in my programme notes because the boys have been very receptive in terms of how they've gone about their play. They were excellent in terms of that week with regards to performances, more so than results, because I thought the performance against Southend warranted 3 points. The performance against Dagenham, we earned 3 points, and I felt the first half we should have been out of sight against Wildstone. So the frustration is not putting my finger on it and not seeing it coming, but there's many more lows in football than there is highs. And I'm slightly thicker skinned than what I was 9 years ago. I'm 450 plus games in the National League deep now, and that's probably a skill of mine that I've inherited and worked on, that I have to park things. And as much as I wanted a personal FA Cup run, the club, the community, that's not the case this year, and that's something that we need to address, and we'll go through at the end of the season. But the focus continues now and solely goes to Bromley tomorrow, and we need to ensure that we perform like we did against Southend and Dagenham to really put on a show to get 3 points.
Yeah. Have you sensed a reaction in training this week from the players that want to put that performance right?
I'd be doing them a disservice if I said that they haven't been like that leading up to Eastleigh, leading up to Wildstone a week before that. I have to say their consistency's been good, and the way that they've been playing has been really, really good in terms of in training. Their application's excellent. Their willingness to work, their demanding of each other is really, really good. So, I wouldn't say that there's been any change of that. We had a togetherness meeting today. It's our 3 weekly time to do that, and it was very much about ensuring that we do put the result to bed on tomorrow with regards to a performance and earning 3 points.
Looking at Bromley then, sitting third in the table, what have you made from their start, and what are you expecting from them tomorrow?
Unbelievable start. Excellent start. We say that. They lost their first 2, drew their next 3 in their 5, but what he's done is fantastic. I have to credit him hugely. You look at their recruitment, they brought in Deji, they brought in Chin, they brought in Lee from Preston. They've got a core of Byron Webster, Corey Whiteley and Cheek. They've done fantastic. And full credit goes to him and his management team. We know how tough it's going to be tomorrow. We know what they are and how they go about their business. They can dovetail between certain midfields and permutations and also in the forward areas. But for me, we know that for us to go and perform, we have to perform at our maximum tomorrow to get the result. And we're not foolish. We've had some real tight affairs with them in recent years. I allude to them being our sort of mirror image because we come up together and we've had very similar seasons, whether that's they've won the trophy, we've had a 5th round in the FA Cup, we've gone to the playoffs like they have, and yeah, they're a fantastic club run by Woodman, who I think has been fantastic in his managerial careers to date, and we know that we're not foolish. We need to ensure that we're right on it tomorrow to get 3 points.